Hey guys, Matt here, and today I'll be talking about We Went Back, an incredibly short but compelling horror game developed by Dead Thread Games. I stumbled upon this game a few years back, thought it was absolutely incredible, so I figured why not share it with you guys. So, grab those Polaroids, open that main access door, and let's get into this. We Went Back is a sci fi time looping horror game that has gameplay elements that resemble old escape rooms I used to go to when I was younger. You awake from cryo sleep, not knowing where you are, when you are, or why you're here. All that's certain is you want out of this place. There's just one problem though. You don't have the password to the main access door, the only means of escaping. So you'll need to explore the station, taking photos of specific symbols in order to decipher the passcode. As you start to explore the surrounding area, you realize rather quickly the game takes place on an abandoned lunar space station with a retro futuristic aesthetic that reminded me of Alien Isolation and the original Alien film. Since the game blends old school 70s tech with cutting edge futuristic designs. I cannot express to you how much I love the game's environmental and UI design choices. Growing up, Alien and its sequel, Aliens, were some of my favorite films, so every time I see something that was inspired by it or even just resembles the film's take on sci fi to any capacity, it makes my day. That being said, We Went Back's design choices were sort of just icing on the cake. What really kept me engaged through my various playthroughs of the game was its mystery and environmental storytelling. This is how most of the story is conveyed to the players, and it's handled beautifully. Since, again, the main goal involves searching for hidden symbols, meaning players are rewarded in both gameplay and narrative progression for paying close attention to their surroundings. The devs also did a great job of utilizing it to keep the environment feeling fresh and to build tension as you progress through each loop. When first walking through the station after obtaining your camera and passing through suit storage, you'll arrive at the recreation area of the station. Here you'll find things like a calendar to show what year it is, a newspaper article talking about a very successful moon landing, and our first sign of danger, help, scratched into a mirror. You don't know who left this message or why, but aside from a jump scare that happens when you pick up the camera, the mirror is really your only indication that things are not as safe as they seem. And honestly, that's about it for Loop 1. I mean, come on, what else did you expect me to say? The vegetation room has plants, and the lab has butterflies and a rat I named Steve. Right now, the only thing left is this door, and I'm gonna give a big old spoiler warning to that shit because once we open this door, it becomes very apparent why someone left that message behind, and the true horrors begin to reveal themselves. Are you ready? Three, two, one, let's go. Opening the door sends you right back to where you started. However, this time it's clear you're not alone. The suits that were previously stationary are now watching you. Moving forward causes one to collapse, and since you never learned how to walk over small obstacles, it blocks your way, revealing a vent on the left side of the room. With nowhere else to go, you enter the vent. However, instead of having another close encounter, you uncover a new room hidden within the space station, filled with notes as well as sketches of the exact symbols we've been searching for. We'll just call this place the safe room, and it's where the player can start deciphering the symbols in order to figure out the main access code. Leaving the room, you'll notice the path is no longer blocked and the suit is nowhere to be seen. So, you take a snapshot of that symbol, say hi to Steve, and move forward to loop 3. We're thrown back to the start, and while loop 3 doesn't have as much going on as previous loops, it does continue the trend of providing more questions than answers. Your cryopod that was previously open is now closed and interactable. Interacting with it will give you a neat little jump scare that will make you question a lot of what's going on here. The rec room at first glance looks the same. However, there's one thing that's altered: the year on the calendar, showing 1600 instead of 69. Moving forward through the vegetation room, you spot a severed hand. Inspecting it will reveal another symbol. I guess whatever's stalking us already claimed a victim. In the lab, we'll see. Oh god, guys. They took Steve, my baby boy. Oh god. Also, the butterflies are alive now. I don't really know the significance of that, but let's just go through the door now. Hopefully we can find Steve, guys. I'm really worried about him. Aside from using a spacesuit to block your path, Loop 1 through 3 did a great job building things up, and Loop 4 provides a bit of a payoff for all your hard work. Though, the payoff isn't as good as I had hoped.
Hello there.
Really? This is how you're doing the full monster reveal? The way he's standing there just reminds me of the guy blocking your path in Ocarina of Time. Even the encounter is pretty lackluster. He just knocks you over, screams in your face, then leaves. The camera doesn't even fade to black or anything. Come on, guys. All right, thankfully, the rest of this part is pretty cool since you get to see what happened to the side the creature was blocking. Several plants are knocked on the floor, there's broken glass, and. Oh god, Steve! Seriously, why'd you have to kill Steve, man? He was so great. Remember all the fun times we've had? You know, just staring at him while he's in his box? Don't worry, buddy. I'll get out of here for the both of us. With nothing left to lose, you take a shot of the symbol and march on, knowing you're one symbol away from freedom. Loop 5 looks almost identical to the first. However, there are a few alterations. Some of the posters now reference killing or dying, but the most notable change is the newspaper, now stating that the mission was a failure and the whole crew died due to lack of oxygen. In the lab, the butterflies have fallen to the floor, and beyond that is our final symbol, hidden behind a pierced eyeball. Wait, that's the last one? No more loops? Oh my god, finally. Finally, we can escape. Let's head back to the safe room. Now, do these go in the order of how I found them or how the dial is? No, that doesn't make any sense. The dial doesn't go in that order. What's going wrong? I did everything right. I did everything. Oh god, am I stuck here forever? What's going on? I followed the plan. The entire station is illuminated by red lights, and you hear a song playing in the distance. Passing by the spacesuits, which are now covered in blood, the music grows louder till you reach the safe room. A golden record is on the table, and upon further examination, you see letters scratched into it. At long last, you have the key to deciphering the code. Placing the record in the right position on the bulletin board allows you to properly place the Polaroids, spelling out the word futile. Is this supposed to indicate our efforts were for nothing? Before you're allowed to ponder that thought any further, fire emerges within the safe room, causing you to rush to safety. Though by this point you should know, nowhere is safe. Leaving the vent, you see that the entire space station is engulfed in flames, with the main access door being blocked off by a wall of fire. As you walk the fiery blaze, you see the remains of those who died on the station, with their screams echoing through the halls. Your only hope now is to take a trip through the door one last time. However, things aren't that simple. After being knocked out, you awake to find yourself exactly where this nightmare started. Only now you possess the key to ending all of it. And that's it. We finally opened the door. Whether or not we actually found some form of salvation is unknown. In fact, there is no canon explanation for We Went Back. And if I'm being honest, that's probably for the best, since it allows the story to go beyond the confines of the game, creating several theories online as to what may have occurred. The one theory that holds true in my head is you're stuck in purgatory and died while in cryosleep. I mean, it makes sense. In Loop 3, you find a screaming corpse in your pod. Plus, later on, when you find that alternate version of the newspaper, it explains how the crew died due to a lack of oxygen. You can, of course, find other theories online, but I still like this one the most. To wrap things up, We Went Back is an incredibly fascinating game with tons of mystery and hidden info, a lot of which I didn't cover in this video. Sure, the game has downsides such as the poor reveal of the monster and some optimization issues. Though I never experienced them personally, this is just based on some of the discussions I've seen in the Steam forums. All that being said, the great atmosphere and environmental storytelling more than makes up for the game's downsides. If you want to check out We Went Back, it's on Steam for free. It doesn't take up much of your storage or time since the game only takes about 30 to 50 minutes to complete, and I highly recommend checking it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. There's still one more video I plan to release before the end of this year, so if you want to be notified when that video comes out, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, leave a comment down below if you've played We Went Back. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? I'd really like to know. Also, for those of you who haven't played it yet, let me know if you plan on picking it up. I mean, it's free. There's no reason not to. It's fun. Just say. Anywho, I've been Rezoraptor, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
I do not say that we should or will go unprotected against the hostile misuse of space. But I do say that space can be explored and mastered